So if we want to start improving our hip external rotation, it can be quite a challenge as there's a lot of potential for knee strain in a lot of different positions, a lot of different stretches. So we need to take it easy, carefully, slowly. Find our happy place in the stretch and then gently build on that. Create a good stretch in the glute, but not so much nagging, hurting sensation in the knees. The knees can strain outside as well as inside if you push too much into the stretch, if you try to force it too much. Really try and look and find your happy place into the stretch. So to start off, we need a yoga block because this will make it easier. And we're gonna bring one hip on top of the yoga block, like so. I'm not gonna be working with my knee in a 90-degree angle. I will bend the knee more, all right? So I'm comfortably and stable on top of the yoga block. Now I will get into the position to stretch my left glute into hip external rotation. So what I want to do is gently get the foot across the knee. Set myself up like this. This is the position I want to be in. All right? Now I want to start producing a stretch. So if this already feels stretchy, be careful and take it slowly because this knee now is at risk for stress. All right, what I want to do is I want to make my torso as tall as possible. You see that my knee kind of drops towards the inside a little bit. The more flexible you get into the hip external rotators, the more your knee is going to want to drop to the inside. Usually a sign of being pretty inflexible is that the knee kind of stays here and you tend to kind of fall forward, but elevating on this surface kind of helps with that, you know. So we get this line here, ankle is here, and the knee goes over this side here. So a little bit to the inside, but depending on your flexibility, the knee will look a little bit different. Long spine. My left arm is gonna cross the left side here, and I'm gonna rotate with that long spine towards the floor a little bit here with my right shoulder. This is it, and this will create a stretch here in the glute. My feet stays planted on the floor. I'm not really pushing through the toes, not really only through the heel. I'm trying to push through the midfoot here to keep it stable. All right, good stability. Because I'm leaning, there's a little bit of stress going through the foot and through the hip. So we want to keep a nice stable position and press through the midfoot. So I'm crossing, I'm keeping the spine long, but I gently bring that right shoulder towards the floor. Right arm, left arm grabs right arm, and this is the stretch. I try to anteriorly tilt, so stick my butt out. I'm trying to make the spine as tall as possible. And this right here is a very good stretch into hip external rotation. All right. So of course, the more open you become, the more, the deeper you will, sink into the position, the longer you can make your spine, but it doesn't have to look like this at the start. Like some people even start tall spine, grab, lean forward a little bit, stick the butt out, lean forward a little bit. And maybe this is already good enough of a stretch. And if that is so, that's where you start. And then if you can rotate yourself into it a little bit, and this is a good stretch, then this is the place to be at. And the better you become, the deeper you will sink into this position, the more your body will allow, the deeper you will sink. And, so the stretch reflex will hit in different phases, and at first maybe the stretch reflex hits here and then here and then here and then here and then here. You want to find your happy place. This is what I mentioned before. Find your happy spot, stretch there, take it easy. Find a good stretch in the glute, not so much a painful sensation in the knee. So we're trying to work this elevated stretch for as long as it needed before moving on to the floor. Eventually we won't need the yoga block anymore, and then we'll just be sitting here. You see again, My foot is over, my left foot is crossed over the right knee. My left knee falls towards the inside a little bit. Again, spine long and tall, going towards that. So the right shoulder goes down, and I create a good stretch out of the left glute. You know? This is the positioning. I'm going to show you once more here. So I'm elevating myself on top of something. This can be anything as long as you're stable and a little bit elevated. This will make it easier to cross the knee over. Find that good position. Make the spine tall. Stick out the butt. Rotate to the side. Keep a nice flat foot on the floor. And find your stretch, okay? This is what we're after. Take it slowly. So the goal now, if you're using the yoga block, the goal is over time being able to do this on the floor. But we're not rushing anything. The main part is having a good, nice stretch in the glutes consistently and just working a little bit in a more deeper and a deeper range. And as long as you feel a good stretch, you can keep working where you are. But as the stretch decreases because you get better, you find a more challenging solution. So eventually you won't feel a lot of benefit anymore of using the yoga block, and then you just move to the floor. But be wary of the knees. We want to keep them safe and healthy.